meet and greet.
For the guys just coming in, stand in front of the tables there. Lopez, if you want to stand in front of the table there, buddy.
Yes, sir.
All right, can you all hear me all right?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
All right, so just a few slight things. During the safe scene, I spoke to a couple of you already. Um, you know, we need to, I'm going to give it, and also actually I'll start off right off the bat here. I'm going to give a shout out to Andrew here. I don't know where he went. There he is behind me. All right, Andrew, he stepped up. He heard a guy going out, out of line and kind of taking things to heart. When it comes to civ scenes, it's the RP thing. Don't take anything serious. Um, we're just trying to, in a sense of way, there was two events that happened tonight. There was the civ scene that we started, and then Alan started another training for air certified guys for an event that we're going to be having. Um, but so my biggest thing is, when you guys go to pull over a civ, always make sure you have a reason. You can't just pull over a civ for shits and giggles, basically. And I RP'd it out just because I wanted to give you guys that scene, right? But just remember in the future when we do this kind of stuff that we have a legitimate reason to pull somebody over and not really just a guess, um, because the citizen shouldn't be getting stopped 3 times in like a mile radius, really. Um, and then when you guys showed up earlier on scene, there was a lot of you guys. I think I don't know how many guys there were, but I think I counted like 6 cars. So remember, guys, that if you guys are doing a code 5 or anything like that, you guys only need 3. You don't need 9. And I wasn't gonna ruin the RP scene because of that. When everything I've watched, I kind of jotted down on notes and just to make sure everybody understands. When you guys go do code 5, you don't need an entire department. Believe it or not, I think most of the state was there that first time I got pulled over tonight. Another thing is the communication. When this stuff is happening, I was telling a couple of guys already, I had to, it was hard for me to continue in most parts because I had to deal with some staff stuff on the side. So I was getting otherwise occupied doing, some paperwork and looking at reports I reported and stuff like that. So, I did, when I put out the announcement for the robbery, I love that you guys responded very quickly to that. From all areas, I think it was a multi-agency event, and I love that you guys had the teamwork there. I ditched my vehicle, so I think some of you guys noticed I ditched my vehicle down in the down north of the East Highway station there, and a couple of you guys stayed there to investigate that. So that's that was good on your guys' end, and then I just kind of was like, well, I wanted to give these guys a little bit of chase to get them something to do, and I'm not sure what the RTO sounded like, but you guys had sufficient amount of units, and um, you guys were able to apprehend the suspect without any issues. Although I had a short 1070, but overall, on my side of things, just try to work on your guys' communication a little better when it comes to this stuff. Do it even if it's not doing it with the Civ. Do it just on a regular day basis like you would. Nothing should be different if there's a Civ or not. But we tried to, as most of you guys know, we're still in the works of getting the Civ side of things figured out. For the new server, we're still in the works of trying to find a way of working it because it's going to take a lot for us really on our end
Hey,
of things as staff.
just real quick, sorry to cut you off, boss man, but after this, you think I can get with you? I had an idea for that, if you don't mind me sharing it with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'll have a lot of time for questions after this here.
And just really quick, after this meeting breaks up, if I could have all the state guys, if you guys stay here, we'll just go over something a little bit different. But yeah.
But yeah, so like I said, just you guys have to be able to. I noticed, I got a little I got under Kennedy's skin tonight. I think, you guys again, you guys can't take that personal. It's an RP thing, to make something RP for you guys. Criminals are gonna do what they want. You guys are cops during that scene. I'm not. I'm a civ. I've got no rules. I'll do whatever I want, how I want to do it. But I try to keep it realistic for you guys. That's why, you know, we had civ scenes before where guns were involved, and that's why there was no guns involved because we had a sufficient amount of guys in the server tonight that I was like, well, I don't want to get them involved in a shootout because that's what we did in the last civ scene. We 3 guys running from a drug scene and we got in a shootout with the cops and all that stuff. So you're not gonna see that every civ scene. Nobody wants to keep having civ scenes and just dying all the time. Um, but yeah, I mean, if Andrew or Smitty, if you guys, or even Tilly, if you guys got anything you guys would like to add from the scene tonight.
Absolutely, guys. First of all, great job to everybody out there. Especially you, Andrew. You really did a good job as a supervisor trying to control the scene and kind of level things out. So good job on you, brother. As he already said, man, I cannot express this enough. Neither can he. Communication is key. Whether it's in a personal relationship, here in the department, it does not matter, man. Communication. You need to let us know at all times. There was a point where a couple of troopers and a couple of officers, including myself, were, um, staging up for spikes because we thought a 1080 was coming our way. We didn't hear anything back. That could mean an officer is down. That could mean 100 different things. So just trying to remember always, even if you're in a 1070, a little bit out of RP here. I know it can be hard trying to, maneuver around all your keys or your controller or what have you. Try and at least, you know, give us your last known location every 10 to 20 seconds. You know, just so we know where you are, just so we know that you're okay. Because we didn't know if an officer was down or anything. So we ended up speeding back to the scene, and next thing we know, we had that scene in Polito. And then there we were, over doing that civ scene over there. So just keep lines of communication open always. If you're unsure about a situation, if you're unsure about a location of a situation, over radio, ask. You know what I mean? So, but all in all, good job to all of you out there. I think for the most part we did alright, but there's definitely some kinks in the chain that we gotta work out. That's all I got, sir.
Hey, real quick, I don't mean to bother anybody, but can anybody patch me up? I'm literally seeing blurs.
Yeah, hang on.
Is that Grimes?
Yes, sir.
Let's see where you are. All right, you're good to go.
Thank you,
All right.
boss man.
So
I can't patch
what
you
you
up
got, Tilly?
because I'm not FAFR anymore.
You're good. You're good.
okay, so sort of fill you in the reason why we had a bunch of officers or state highway guys down there in the first place. We had a officer involved hit and run. So we had guys down there. We had FD on scene. I think Polito was there. A couple other guys. But so when you had rolled through, we were just cleaning that scene up. So like it was like bad timing for you to be right in the wrong area. You had an entire, you had 2 departments right there we had the highway shut down, and I think you must have rolled through right after we opened it up. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled up like as traffic was going. Yeah.
The moment they did that call out with that car, I was just leaving that scene, and that's when I was right behind you. I was like, wait a minute, this is the car they talking about right here.
yeah.
Yeah, I
So
think you're the one that ended up calling that out, but yeah. That was wild seeing, man.
I liked it.
another
I
thing I
liked
want
it. It was
to
awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Another thing I want to
Yeah.
stress is we have our AOs, secret districts, and everything. Stick to those districts. Whatever. I understand you get it's exciting. You want to be involved and everything like that. But let the scene develop. Let it come to you because it will. It will come to your area. You can attach then. But just remember,
Absolutely.
at our SOPs, we have a certain amount of vehicles or a certain amount of personnel per call, plus a supervisor. So listen to the radio. Guys like to jump on attach these calls real quick, and that's fine. That's good, but count. Say, hey, am I the third guy? Am I the fourth guy, or am I too many? Because with that you get bogged up and everything like that, and especially when we start opening up to other civs, or we have Ciordia and Allen on. There's two different things going on because they're both gonna get in trouble. That's what they do. So they're gonna be, you guys would be focused up here in Polito or on Great Ocean Highway, while the other one's down the city causing havoc. But nobody knows that because they're all doing one scene, right? So stay spread out and continue your stuff. That's just something that'll come with time. But Polito, I just wanted you guys to give you a chance to explain what went down because I was a bit confused when we rolled up on that bank scene, or when I did rather, and you were standing there with the with State. We were about to make entry into that building. We were getting ready to stack. We had just talked it, and then you guys peeled out of there. Code 3. So before I go into that, if you guys want to explain what happened.
Who was there? Was it Smithy?
Dude,
I'm not
I was
sure.
on a lot of scenes, man. I did
Yeah,
see.
I don't remember who was there.
I did see y'all peel up. This was a scene over at 155, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, so it was my scene at first, and until
Oh wait, no, sorry.
my
this
server
was the,
crashed.
It was zero.
Sorry, this
024.
was the bank. This was
24,
the
yeah.
bank over in Polito.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
Zero
we were. I was trying to give instructions on everybody to, and I'm sorry to interrupt. I just want to make this very clear. We were there, right, and we were trying to declare what the scene was, what had been cleared, what hadn't been cleared. It turned out that the entire building was not cleared yet. So I met up with a couple of my other supervisors and tried to make a battle plan on to whether or not clear the building or not. And if there was not communication on that, again, I don't know whose fault that is. If it was my fault, I'm sorry. But you can't just leave a scene without a building being cleared. I get that there was another thing going on, but we at least all had to kind of have a powwow about it. But yeah, back to Tilly was saying.
Yeah, absolutely. And you guys need to remember too, right? It's in everybody's SOPs. Nobody should be leaving any scene unless a supervisor releases you
I remember
upon
somebody
request,
said
or
a couple of us to clear out and go to, where was it, like 38? 038?
I think
So
it was 043. Yeah.
Or yeah, or
043.
043.
Yeah.
yeah, so understand. So this is a learning experience, and we're gonna utilize this, right? So on that scene, first of all, we were in your jurisdiction, so this was your call. You can't leave that call. We're there to assist you. Right? Does that make sense? So that's in Polito Bay. It's your bank.
Yeah, it makes sense.
When you guys left, it now became our scene in your jurisdiction, which is weird and not right. But with that scene, you had a lieutenant and a captain. You have to request through that. Doesn't matter who it is. If I'm in county, right, and I'm on scene, Ciordia is on scene, I have to clear through him so I can leave. It works the same way. I can't leave his scene until he says I can. Does that make sense?
10-4.
Okay. All right, that's all I had to say about that.
Yeah.
That was just,
Yeah,
it's a
and-
learning
and-
experience.
Yep, and we're not here to hammer y'all. You know, I think each and every one of us in this room has something to learn from that. I think each and every one of us in this room did something that wasn't perfect. You know, I'm just speaking for myself because I know that there were some things that I needed to work on that scene too. You know, um, not just that scene, but all the scenes. So, we're all here, we're all working as a team, and we're just trying to make sure that things go, nice and smooth, so that when we do have another scene like this, all of us are transparent, all of us are communicating, and everything can go as smoothly as it can possibly go. You know.
Yep, absolutely, and always make sure to, because obviously, like I mentioned before already, we do this time to time to make sure, kind of get a feel where everybody's at with this stuff, because for some it's new, for some it's, we're used to this kind of deal from other servers. It's just going to be a new deal when it comes to our server, to our home. This is our home, and we're going to have to be able to maintain the professionalism with new people, because if you pull somebody over and they wind up going to jail, you know in a respectable way, nobody really wants to be called a scumbag, or anything like that. So, after so many times that happened, they're gonna be like, well, I don't really know if I want to be here anymore, and who knows? 'Cause we obviously, like we
Right.
mentioned in the meetings, we're not looking for a thug server or anything like that. All these civs that come in the future are going to be certified. There's a whole application that they have to go through and get approved by staff and admin before they before they can get involved. Um, but we always have to maintain our professionalism when we're on scenes. It don't matter who's there, who's not. Some guys are still kind of wet behind the ears, and it's just it's a lesson to be learned. Nothing was taken serious, and when it comes to Sis making just falsy accusations, it's part of the RP. Trying to get out of going to jail or prison. They're gonna find their way out in some way. They're not gonna, they're not gonna own up to 110% of their actions. You know, so we always have to make sure we maintain that professionalism and continue it going.
If I might say something, Shorty. When I found your car on Los Santos Freeway 543, I radioed it in to Pluto Bay. They came, and then State came as well. And then when you came back around, I, all them units took off and left me just fine. Like you could have came back and just killed me, and they wouldn't have no idea what happened.
Yeah, I was really confused when I heard over the radio and all units
Yeah,
just like left. I was like, what the heck's going on?
yeah. Every unit that was on that when I found your car, all those units broke off and just left me there by myself.
To be honest, Smitty, I almost left my post to go over there to him, because I wasn't going to let no one behind and no one be alone in that situation.
Right.
You know,
Absolutely.
if I was if it would have mattered, you know, I wouldn't care if I got in trouble. I would still be over there helping that officer down.
Right, and this is where communication comes in key, and I think that that's a lesson for, again, as I said, each and every one of us in this room to learn from, you know. There was parts of communication that I wasn't clear on, but then again, I had so many different people coming over the radio saying this and that, and that's fine, but I think we need to learn from the situation, all of us. Oh boy, one person crashed. And we all need to take this, as a lesson to really kind of better our communication, for everybody. And there's going to be ways to streamline it, and that's why we're here talking about this now. Otherwise, we just say, oh, okay, everybody, all right, everybody go back 10-8. No, I like to talk about this for this reason exactly. But, you know, yeah, I mean, dude, communication is really what makes this makes this thing go round.
Communication is key.
Yeah,
On a big scene like
absolutely,
this,
man.
though, I mean, honestly, I wasn't there until Smith hollered saying he needed another unit to come sit with him. I was doing an NOT, but it's always good to debrief after a big situation, especially if you got multiple agencies involved.
Yes, absolutely, and that's what we love to see. So we don't like to see any conflict between. Hey, somebody's echoing really bad there. But we don't like to see any confrontation between departments, right? We're all one family here. We work together. There may be some things that we don't like about one another, but who cares? At the end of the day, some guys come to make friends, and once you get to a higher, and I express this in the best way for everybody here. Just know when you hit a supervisor position, you've got to be able to hold down the law, right? Because you have guys that you have to watch over. And for the guys who are, Sergeant Andrew, Lieutenant Smitty here, Sergeant Ali, the three main sergeant or the supervisor guys that were on the scenes for a majority of the night, they stayed in communication with one another, and that's what kind of helped bring them together. So sometimes when you hit a supervisor position and you have to, get a little rough with guys, that's part of our job. We hold ourselves to a high standard here, and that's what we're going to continue to build is guys that are the best for the department.
Absolutely.
Because
Nothing should ever be taken on a personal level. We're here right now because we want to help not just you ourselves, but all of us together. That's what makes us. Doesn't matter if you're LSPD, if you're Paleto Bay, if you're Blaine County, if you're state. It don't matter, dude. At the end of the day, when we get a call like this, we're all working together. So I think you already said it much better than I did. So.
And then just don't be afraid to ask for help when you guys need it, man. All right, if you guys need help, trust me. You guys got some good leaders. There's good leaders in each department, and I preach it all the time to guys. Become the guy that is a leader. Be a follower, but when you follow somebody who's going to take you down the right path and not down the wrong one. Because if you get dragged down, then it's almost hard to get up sometimes. So
I get a kick out of it. Y'all put in the skybox all the time. BCSO on top or Paleto Bay on top. But at the end of the day, it's state line, man. We all represent state line. We don't represent each individual department.
Right, especially when there's whenever there's gonna be civs in here,
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah, we'll have to
And
definitely
Smitty,
stick together.
when we're done, can I please have a word with you?
Who was that, Kennedy?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, brother.
Okay.
Brothers in blue all the way, guys.
I need help.
All
I
the
need
way.
help with my brain.
all right, so
That's also a Smitty thing.
yeah.
But
But yeah, like I said, guys, we're one family here, man. I believe it or not, most of you guys know what position I hold, and I try not to get involved any more than I have to. We try to leave it to the respective departments to do their job and make sure that their guys are intact and all that good stuff. Just try not to get involved with the wrong stuff. Like I said, once you hit a supervisor position or hold the rank of corporal, that's where it really starts counting. You want to continue to hustle, make a difference. Be that leader that somebody can look up to and follow. Because if you make a difference and they can pick up on things. And who knows? Most guys here know some things, and other guys know other things. Everybody's got a different mindset. You just have to have the same mindset together to be able to make success.
That should be a quote.
Well said.
Well
That
said,
should be a
bro.
quote.
We'll put that up on the big billboard.
Yeah.
But so we'll kind of go down the line here, see who has questions, and we'll answer as we go here. So I'll just start with you, Andrew. Here, you got anything, buddy?
No, I mean I think y'all got it pretty good on the head. Hit it
All
pretty
right.
good on the head.
All right, Tilly, you got anything?
I don't think so. I think with the communication, with dispatching and everything like that, which I've been really bad about doing. I'm gonna get back onto that. I think that that'll help a lot with our dissemination of information as well as spacing. So keep working on that, but I think that things on our end we can fix that'll assist you guys in that.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, who's that? Martinez, you got anything?
Not really. Just we all, like you said, Sordia and Smitty, we're all family. We're all family here. We just need to keep up communication. That's all. And remember, no matter if you're in a situation with any other department, always know if that person is left behind, just either one or two officers, even if you get called to another scene, if you can't make it to that scene, just let your higher up know, hey, I don't want to leave this officer alone. What if he's, what if? Just think before you say anything. Just think. If I leave this officer, something happens to him, it's gonna be my ass. Just stay with the officer until that scene is closed. And
Yeah, absolutely. And I think most of us, we're kind of in that mindset. Myself personally, I'd rather take an ash chewing than have to revive a dead officer. So, you know, sometimes if it happens, it happens. But you're gonna feel better about yourselves taking the ash chewing than having to revive somebody that died because you left. So.
Yeah, utilize that CAD system. Mark yourself busy on scene, whatever.
Absolutely,
we can
absolutely.
see that stuff. I personally look at that stuff. That's why I try to harp on our guys here at State. Create your CAD, create your CAD call. It's too easy. I know exactly where you're at, what you're doing.
Absolutely, yeah, and that's one thing we need to make sure we're always doing too. If you're in server, make sure you are in the CAD, and if you're AFK, make sure your supervisor or somebody knows, hey, I'm AFK, or you hop out of the server because we had a couple of guys today out of each, not necessarily out of state, but out of other departments that kind of just went AFK and didn't say anything, and I had to search these guys down because their supervisors couldn't get a hold of them. So let's make sure that we're always on top of that there.
it's never a good idea to go off AFK because you like they were saying earlier, what if you went AFK and they didn't hear from you, they're gonna think he's down. We gotta go find him.
I
mean, you don't wanna be in that situation. If someone's trying to get in touch with you, be like, hey, I'm sorry. I was doing something. Just let them know on Discord, or if you're not on Discord, let them know ASAP on the radio, because you don't want to be in that situation. I've been in so many. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I was on Xbox. I had players top of my league. Being like, oh, I'm going to go with AFK. AFK is not a great idea. If you don't say something to your supervisors or higher ups, they're gonna go look for you. I mean, I don't want to be in that position to go look for you. If I have to leave if my supervisor tells me to go look for you, I'm going to go look for you. I ain't going to stop. So be aware. Be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of everything you do, and think before you go AFK.
Yep, it's like I was saying, think before you speak. So Lopez, do you have anything, sir?
I'm good. I don't know why my gun. Wait, hold up. Yeah, I'm good.
All right, buddy. Grimes, you got anything?
Not really much to add, bro. I mean, this is my first time doing something like this with you guys personally. I was in other servers. Now I'm only on this one, but it was my first time, and it really helped set the level of standards you guys are looking for. I mean, it's just a learning experience from here.
Yeah, absolutely. And believe it or not, like a while ago, I think maybe you were here. I'm not sure, but we were down in the city one day, and there was a shots fired call down by Mission Row, and I think I just got transferred over to state, so I was running with Shane or somebody, and you know, we weren't nobody really planned a civ scene, you know, but we had shots fired. So there was Dev. Most of you guys, some of you guys know him, you know, Johnson. Um, you know, he was in just, you know, a souped up car and whatnot. You know, so we thought he was one of the suspects, and you know, even if you get yourselves caught up in that, you know, still keep it professional.
Yep.
Just do your job like you would any other day. You know, it shouldn't be, like I said, it shouldn't be any different. And yeah, that's it.
Yep.
So, and like I
100%.
said, I would say you never, you got to look at it this way. Always think that somebody's watching, and always think of it, you know, somebody's listening in. You know, it shouldn't, you know, it shouldn't take somebody to be in here with you guys on, you know, 24/7 for you guys to just be able to keep it professional and do your jobs, right? I mean, we got hired here for a reason, and most of us, you know, most of us have been here for a while now, and you know, we look to see what new guys can bring in, and you know, we learn things new every day. There's always something every day you learn. So, Kennedy, you got anything?
No, I don't. I just need to talk to. I just need to talk to. Who? I just need to talk to one of my higher.
All right. Smith, you got anything?
Negative, sir.
All right, Weddle. You guys weren't around much for your NLT, but
No,
got anything?
I caught the tail end of it, but the big thing is, I mean, coming from a server that operates just with civs and law enforcement, I mean, it's a whole different world and what we're getting ready to go into. But I mean, we've got a good family here, man. I mean, we've got good departments, we've got good leadership, and I think that I think when we do switch over, I think we'll be all right as long as we follow each other's lead.
Yeah, absolutely. Keaton, you got anything, sir?
I don't think he's there, sir.
He told me to be back on Discord just a minute ago.
Okay. Let's see, Wyndham. I think you just stepped in. Were you here for anything?
Stay fast, stay loyal. That's all I got.
Stay fast.
And
Yo.
then,
On the
Smitty,
trigger.
you got anything?
Nope. All I ask is that all my state guys, once this meeting here is adjourned, all the state guys just to hear. Just got something I want to run past you real quick. That's it.
Brain fart.
All right.
Brain fart, big time.
All right, gentlemen. Well, this meeting is adjourned, and yeah, like I said, you guys for the most part did pretty good. Just you know, learn from the small mistakes that you've seen out there, and just, you know, there's always a way to improve. So
Let's get it, dude.
all
Get her
right, gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
done.
But yeah, great job tonight, fellas. You guys did good, and well, wait, I don't know. We may plan another one in like 2 weeks or something. I don't know. Just kind of depends on numbers, really.
Yeah, we'll make sure. We'll make sure we have dispatch on for that.
Martinez wants to be it.
Yeah, Tilly, what are you doing, buddy?
My bad.
He's jerking off.
He's watching porn.
Sounds good.
All right,
Well,
state guys, if you
break
could
off for
just stay in here.
No
Jordy, we
joking off
appreciate
on
you,
the
sir.
job.
Jordy, can I
You
take
guys
care
hear my puppy? Is that what you're hearing?
What?
You hear the puppy in the back?
Higher up, Kennedy wants to talk to you.
All right, Kennedy. Yeah, if you could just give us a minute here, I'll go ahead and mute you outside.
Okay.
Alrighty, so if you just want to wait in the parking lot, I'll be out there with you in a minute. All right, brother.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I want to. With the reason why I want to talk to you because I got told some good stuff from Oliver and some good stuff from Pebble.
Alrighty. Sounds good, man. Yeah, if you can either DM it to me or just wait 5 minutes or so, I'll be out with you in the parking lot in a minute. All right.
They told me to talk to you directly.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good. I'll meet you out in the parking lot, brother.
Okay.
Alrighty, guys. First of all, good job to everybody out there. Alrighty. Communication. I know we covered it, but communication tonight was okay at best.
I wouldn't say okay to me.
including myself. There was a lot of things that I didn't respond to, but that's just because there was a lot of stuff going on. A lot of you did do a great job at communicating. However, you know, there was a point where myself and another trooper or two were just kind of sitting around and waiting because we thought a 1080 was coming our way, and you know, we had called multiple times to get an update on that, and there was no update. There was nothing over the radio. And then finally, I believe it was another jurisdiction came over the radio and said that the scene was code 4 at a certain area. All right, I'm not here I'm not here ripping anybody apart. I'm not. So if that's what you think I'm doing, I'm not. Everybody did a great job. Let's just keep the lines of communication open. All right, because when we don't hear anything from you, we're going to assume the worst. We're going to assume that you've been hit. We're going to assume that, you know, you might have taken a couple shots. You might have been hit up across the head. You might have been in a serious vehicle collision. Alrighty? So,
Dead.
you know, yep, exactly. And that's not the kind of scene that we want to roll up to. You know, we want to roll up to a scene where you guys are controlling it. And a lot of you guys have been doing a great job out there. But let this be a serious, you know, but friendly reminder to you that let's keep these lines of communication open, man. You know, I know it's difficult trying to keep up over the radio, especially, you know, if you're newer to 5M, such as myself. You know, trying to, you know, call out over radio when you're doing a 1070, especially. You know, that's one of the hardest things, at least for me. So just remember, guys, keep those lines of communication open. We are here to help. We're here to help you. We're here to help each other. Alrighty?
Yes, sir.
That's pretty much about it. Ciordia covered a decent amount of stuff that I wanted to go over, and I'm happy he did, because you know Ciordia is he's at the position he's at for a reason. You know, so everybody, great job out there, and you know, I hope to see more of you out there hopefully tomorrow. And let's fucking kill it, dude. We're state.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Chili and Smitty. Thoughts you outside to this?
Yeah, buddy. I just gotta go address Kennedy's situation real quick.
Yep.
Billy, if you just want to meet with him real quick, and I'll catch up with you guys in a moment. But
All
the
right.
rest of you guys, you are free to roam about the cabin. Go out there and clean the streets up.
All right, I'm gonna go 10-7, fellas. Y'all have a great night. I gotta go protect the Air Force Base.
You too,
So
brother.
Hey, yes,
be
sir.
safe out there,
Hoorah.
man. I'll see y'all back on tomorrow.
Sounds
Oh
good.
yeah.
All right, man.
Alrighty.
Mark here and there as things go, and kind of see where you fit with things.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right, Kennedy.